Just a quick video on what happened my trading last week. You have to excuse the noises because it's the weekend and everything's happening. People are about, just general weekend noise. This is the balance last week. It went from about the last week and a half. It went from that 200,000 something like that, with 160 equity available. 200,000 equity, 160. With the 10 stocks in it. I've not done anything for the last week, so it's been the same. It went up to in the next frame you'll see, which is about a few seconds, it went up to 290. I made nearly 90,000 in one day. Same stocks. I didn't even buy a stock or sell a stock that day. It just went up from 200. About 200 to 220, I think is the day. That was at the beginning of the week. And next day, I think it was Tuesday, was actually like 220. It went to 220 to about 300, and so then it went up to 293, which is what you'll see in 2 seconds or whatever it is, a couple of seconds. But it went up to such a big gap in one day, 90,000 £. In my practice account, but I'm the same stock, so I didn't actually do anything. The stock market did it for me. I just actually logged in and it carried on going. So then, if you're seeing that now, you'll see it's gone up to that was middle of last week. I think that happened on a Wednesday. So I've only been in this about a week and a half, 2 weeks. These trades, and I'll be in them for about another 2 weeks, probably another week, 2 weeks, whatever. So that's why the trades aren't mentioned. But when it goes up to that, it's 293 in equity and 252 or something, whatever is in available balance. There's enough equity for that. If the shares they're on swing trading option calls, so I'm on option call, e.g. going long, not short, on tech stock. Make of that what you will, but it's in a practice account. So then you get a situation where you made 80 odd grand. What do? Do you then close all your positions and then rebuy your positions? But that would reduce your options, and this is what happens. That's where it is now. It's about 248 now, so it's come down 50 grand. But I've still left enough equity in there for it to come down for another 100 grand, 150 grand. I don't care, because there's equity, so it won't bust the balance, which means a lot of traders actually bust their balance because they don't leave enough equity enough available in their account for their prices to crash. And when the prices crash, they've maxed the portfolio out, and it's bust the portfolio because there's nothing available to absorb the loss in price of the stock. That's why I've done this and left it here. I chose specifically to not actually close the trades because although it gives you a higher pivot point, when you rebuy your options, you get less options when you rebuy them. So I've kept it better here. So it's still based on these options are still based on about £200,000 balance, which I could have closed them and based them on a 290 grand balance, which would have given me a bigger swing. But I'm in this for another week or so, so I'll see what happens then. I'll make another video as and when that closes. Adios.